Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The Trojans offense will be the first up today. Of course, this game in Atlanta, I think, is the mecca of college football. And over the years here in the Peach Bowl, we've seen underdog teams like UCF and Houston really come in here and make their own piece of history.
And Chris, think about it. The Peach Bowl, kind of like the Cotton Bowl, has been a major winner in this playoff expansion. They put on a great game, and they've already had some memorable moments. Who could forget? In 2022, the field goal in the game that potentially wins it for Ohio State was kicked in 2022 in wide left and hits the ground in the year 2023.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A quick throw out left, complete. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
In this opening possession, they'll face a 3rd down and 5. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Montgomery. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Oh, the defense, they get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Offense getting set, 2nd down play here. That goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. He finds the running back in the flat. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Boy, just a great throw and outstanding accuracy by this USC quarterback. We always know over the years that SC has as much history as anybody at this quarterback spot, and sure is living up.
The Trojans pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Seventh play of the opening drive. They've moved it, but now face a 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. The pocket breaking down. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now. The Trojans will send their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the punt heads out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. So the Gators offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The shotgun handoff here. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a quarterback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. And the Trojans' offense is back out on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? And the wideout goes in motion. It's a huge gain all the way down inside the 30. And the Trojans looking to run some tempo here.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Second down after that previous play. They'll try the right here. Physical running, fights off the defender. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Ball carrier wrapped up, brought down.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. Short game.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Bringing pressure. Can't find anybody on third down, throws it away, and now fourth down coming up. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. Right down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Offense comes up to the line. He might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And looking to throw now on first down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. That one's broken up, incomplete, and time has expired in the first quarter. And it's USC in front, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We expect the teams have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to throw again. Running back has it on a screen now. Physical run, breaking tackles. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
He hands it off from the gun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
You get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
The Gators will have 1st and 10 here. It's an out route, the catch made. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. And the Gators are in the red zone now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Well, you're inside the red zone, which means you can't come away with anything less than 3 points. But you know this offense is thinking about a touchdown. They're trying to get to that end zone. They go with the toss play. The big boys up front being mobile, moving around, and the running back trying to get behind them to find yards. It's exactly what he did there.
First down here for this offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Caught near the goal line. Can't get to the end zone. They'll spot the ball at the 2.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense stops him just short of the end zone. They spotted at the 1.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the USC offense is back out on the field. Kept out of the end zone last time, had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. The pass rush closing in. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
He's running out of time here. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Gators offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On 1st down, it's play action. Defense is coming after him. Using his legs here. Gets loose on the scramble and picks up a decent gain. Short of the 1st down, though. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And it's good for a 1st down to the 36. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Trying to extend the play. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. He's hit as he throws it. The pass is intercepted. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up the offense at the 39.
A really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fooled the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
And here comes the USC offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Press coverage now from the secondary. Pressure is coming. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Montgomery. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. He was on the mark with his last kick. This one is from 48 yards out. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The kicker's got to be protected in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake by the defense on 4th down. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. running out of time in the pocket. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's incomplete in the back corner of the end zone.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. The pocket breaking down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He was successful with his last kick. This one, though, from 46 yards away. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game. And we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That's it for us from our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. Let's head back to Chris and Kirk for the exciting conclusion of this one, where we'll find out who is moving on in the CFP.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. We get the second half started with a running play. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense.
Did you keep them? Sit on my nose.
Sleep?
Yes.
Okay. I'll keep them.
Yes.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Snags a quick throw. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Well, the defensive end's just too athletic for this offensive line. Coming off the edge, quarterback didn't even see him coming. How about that sack for the defense?
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's hit right as he throws it. And complete.
What a swat there by the defender. And if you think about it, if he swatted that ball and it fluttered into the air, he would have had himself a deflection and a pick.
So it's third and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down. The Gators will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Ball fielded near the 35. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. This has been an uphill battle for both offenses. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback. But, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
First down and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not fight at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. It's a run. Running back's got it. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football. The Trojans will line up to boot it away. And this punt heads toward the sideline. Doesn't travel very far. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. A little move to sticks, more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. At the 10. Touchdown, Gators. No chance to catch him.
Chris, not shocked at all that they threw this football to his receiver, especially on 4th down. They needed a play. He delivers, but instead of doing it downfield, he shows you what he can do after the catch to get it into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the point after makes the lead 8. kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the USC offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. And they finally get things going this time. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to 28.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
They're going to pick up a first down. Nice catch, but even a better throw to show that accuracy and efficiency from that quarterback spot. And my gosh, they have so many great quarterbacks over the years that played at USC. Go back to Carson Palmer, the year he won the Heisman. What a brilliant career he had for the men of Troy. Matt Leinart, think back to those Norm Chow offenses and the championships that Matt Leinart won. And, of course, more recently, Caleb Williams for Lincoln Riley, running and throwing and making throws just like that.
Press coverage now from these DBs. There's the handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. Has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. And as we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. All right, here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who is going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? And the Trojans line up on 1st and 10 now. Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Ball handed off. Fights through the tackler. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Caught in the flat by the running back. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
So it's third and short from the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Here we go. Down one score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Breaks free, and he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still's got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Important 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried the throw that time.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Ball carrier in space now. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, you just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. And that run produces a decent gain.
Great job by the running back of staying inbounds to continue to work that clock, working here in the fourth quarter with the lead. You got that defense getting closer and closer to their goal line. They are backed up, and they are desperate. They've got to make a play here. The offense just has to take care of the ball, a chance to really secure victory here.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, and he dropped it. You don't see that often from this guy. Brings up fourth down. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. So here we go, off the huge gain they set up now suddenly in the red zone for 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Bringing pressure. And the sophomore making an impact play. They get to the line in a hurry here for this third down. And he drops back in the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, USC. Well, they had to have the touchdown, Kirk, but now they got to get the ball back and score again for a chance to go to the national championship game.
They're keeping their hope alive on that sideline. That's all you can ask for. The season's on the line. You mentioned it. Trying to get to the national championship. It's time to make a big-time play here on an onside kick.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. This is caught. Could be an important two-point conversion to get within a field goal here in the late stages. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. The Gators offense retakes the field. Suddenly, this is a three-point game in the fourth quarter. Interesting to see how aggressive they get with play calling. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's 2nd down here. It's a shotgun run call. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. There's a 1st and 10 play. Receiver in motion now. On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. The linebacker shifting around now. And the Gators expect to run the clock out here in the final minute and secure the W. And the tailback's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.